we were just trolling along and this rod really bent. I'm not able to get the other one up, but it looks like he's underneath it. She, whichever. Took a really good run to start with, and it's still running hard. I'm thinking maybe bonita, but maybe something nice. And we're gonna have to wait and find out. But you can see the bend on this rod. It's just, I'm barely getting any slack on it. And it is my little inshore stick. I thought it'd be fun. And this is a bit of a more serious fish. It's, I repaired the alien jig, and it's the alien jig again. This thing's still kicking. It's kicking fast. So it could be a bony. I don't know if I'll try to net him or flip him, but we'll find out. Keep an eye on where we're going, babe. Still on, now he's following the boat. Just, they love that shiny, shiny. Babe. Kicking hard. He's either kicking hard or getting chewed up on a run again. I saw a shine, but it looks like a bonita. Taking me the other side of the boat. Gotta be real careful with my step here. Saw the boat and decided he didn't want anything to do with that. I'd love to see a blackfin, but I don't think that's in the cards. Keep us pointed into the waves. That idle's bothering me. That I think we're stalling out. Yep, it's just a bonita.
The boat died.
Yep, it's just a bonita. Oh.
Oh my God.
We got sea tow. So there he is. A bonita. That was quite a fight. I think we may be calling sea tow. So much for a nice day of fishing.
I think every year is the same.
Huh? Yeah, I think there's something going on with the prop. Yeah. That's not what the problem. Oh well, we caught a fish, it just wasn't dinner.
It's not an edible fish, is it?
They're not very good. They're bait, they're good strip bait for trolling or for dropping. That looks pretty dang straight, just as it is. And if it swirls around, I will, yeah, no, that looks straight. Yeah, if it starts acting squirrely, I'll get it. might have heard the engine stall. We have the membership in Ceto. I'm not sure what the problem is. I don't know if we picked up grade or if we got water in the gas lines. But it restarted, but as soon as I put it in gear, it stalled. So there's some kind of resistance in the drive. Hopefully it's minor, something I can do myself. But here we are. We invested in Ceto, and turned out it was about 500 some odd for the membership, and it's a lot more if you don't have a membership. So it's worth it. It's worth it. This one time basically paid for next year too. So today is the Monday immediately after we conked out on the Gulf, and I did some troubleshooting of my own, and it was a stupid mistake. My son filled up the boat back in April when he came down. He topped it up, and I think we went out again the day after that. So here's what's happened. I'll give you the short version. The fuel gauge broke. It's reading full all the time. I put some gas in somewhere in the trips that we were taking around, but thinking that at some point that gas gauge, because it never would go, full, not quite full, halfway, quarter tank empty. It would stay full until it hit about somewhere around a half a tank or thereabouts, and then it would come off of full and it would bounce a little bit. And I thought, okay, so it's wonky, but at least I know when my fuel's going low. So the whole time I've been watching it to come off of full and go a little bit wonky, so I know it's time to go top it up again. And I should have been keeping track of how many trips we took seeing it stay full like that, but I didn't, and that's the price was we wound up running out of gas. And then when we got back, I couldn't flush it because I didn't fill it up. I didn't realize it was gas. I thought, well, there might be something else going on, and so I couldn't get it to run. I could only get it to turn over, and I think there was some salt inside the engine that kind of set up. So then when I did take the boat and go fill it up with gas again and start it up, the water was not circulating. And so I said, okay, here's something else for me to troubleshoot, because it would not circulate. And then we have an alarm on that says, hey, your water's not circulating. So I shut it off, waited a little bit, turned it on again. I think just trying to circulate it may have melted that stuff that was in there, because I went in there today looking for, taking little bits and pieces off to see what I could clear out. And I did find a little bit of clutter in one of them, and I poked it free. It wasn't the indicator port. It was actually in the cowling, or when you take the cowling off, there's these two lines that travel up to the overhead. And I don't really know what they're supposed to cool, but there was some trash in there, so I cleaned that out and did it again. I think pretty soon I'm going to get one of those good engine flushes that with the pump where you leave the engine off and you take the lower unit off and you flow this stuff through it, and it basically flushes everything, salt, calcium, all that kind of stuff. Anything that's built up in there, it'll flush it out. So I'm going to probably give that a try and maybe give the engine cooling system a good clean. And they did say when they said that if there's pits or there's thin spots where your cooling system is, and you do this flush, you could take the corrosion and stuff away and wind up with a hole in your cooling system, which but I mean, if it's that worn and everything, I think it's better to find out and see what to do about new plates or something to take care of that than find out in the Gulf and have to put the burden on Ceto again. But so I've got that sorted out. I've got water flowing. It's been running about 5 minutes and there's no alarm sounding. So yeah, I'm gonna go through it. I'm gonna make sure that we've got, maybe flush out that impeller. Oh, and last video, when we threw back all those mahi, since I'm confessing stupid stuff today, when I looked into the regulations, I was looking for a number. I wanted, 12, 15, 28, 24, whatever it was. So as I went through there, I scrolled through mahi and regulations and everything, and I saw one number, 20 inch. What I missed was that the limit on the Gulf this year for mahi-mahi, the size limit is, there isn't one. If you catch a mahi-mahi, you can keep it. And we threw back like 9. So I texted Brian and I texted Sean and I said, I feel like a real idiot. We threw all those fish back and we could have had a really nice bunch of tacos. And you could have gotten it, and Sean of course too, because would have been tasting mahi for the first time. That was his introduction to the fish. So I felt like a real jerk. But hopefully like I said, I try to learn from everything that happens so I can make some new mistake instead of the same one again. And so, all right, so I'm happy the boat's running. It wasn't something major. Wasn't braiding the prop. It wasn't something I had to, like I didn't have the low end gears lock up on me and stall the boat or something like that. It was just a dumb gasoline error. So anyway, like, subscribe, comment. See you next time.